Not interested. No ultra. Oh. That guy's in corner here.
Yes! I knew it was coming! I'm sick, Rob. Told you, walk forward DP was coming all day.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Born Free here. I'm so psyched to bring you this statue. It is Ryu. It's actually Ultra Street Fighter 4 Ryu, but there are a couple of things that were changed along the way, which make me feel like it's a little bit of a hybrid between Street Fighter 4 Ryu and Street Fighter 5 Ryu, which is fine by me because I think Street Fighter 5 Ryu looks pretty amazing. First thing I wanted to do actually was just show you scale, because I think that if you don't collect these statues, then sometimes you don't really get a sense of scale. And I imagine many of you have these statues if you're not already collecting these statues. So here we go. This is the regular Ryu. Actually, I need to switch this head out. Truth be told, there are 3 versions. You can buy one version called the regular version, and that just comes with one head. It comes with this head. And I would say this head is just frowning head. I don't know what you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. But I'll give you a little bit of a spin around here. But yeah, this is Ultra Street Fighter 4 Ryu. But honestly, I think there's been some changes made along the way. In fact, I know there has. They've made him a lot bulkier. They've made his hair a bit spiky. He feels a lot more like Street Fighter 5 Ryu, and they've also attempted to do like a weathering effect here, so he looks more like Hobo Ryu, right? You know, like he's the one with the dirty gi that's all kind of ripped up on the sides, and he's not like Ken Masters, who has like, you know, well, he's wearing something completely different this time around, but you know, he has the money and he's the flashy one. So let's start with the base. This is actually a revisit, right? So what they did was, with the revisits, they're with the black base, very similar but not exactly the same. They have a little pattern around the side. I'm not sure actually what this pattern is. I'm sure it's based on something. If somebody knows, please leave it in the comments for me. So let's start with the sculpt. I have to say, I am absolutely blown away by the sculpt for sure. I love the arms. The detail in the arms is incredible. You can see all the muscles, the definition. I love it. Low body fat, the veins popping out, the gloves. You know, you can see the creases in the gloves themselves. The feet. You know, everything about this is just really spot on. I love it. I really, really love it. And then of course there's 3 different heads, and I'm going to show you that now. So you have like this grimacing head, but it's kind of calm. It's Ryu's, you know, it's the Ryu face, right? Kind of calm, kind of grimacing. And then you have this version here, which is the growling head, which is, you know, an angry Ryu, probably just before he's going to transform into evil Ryu. But somebody's definitely pissed him off. Some people have some issues. Well, we'll talk about the paint job in a minute anyway. And then the third head was asked for, which is kind of an udon style head. It's a little bit simpler. It has a different type of haircut. It's a little softer. It's a little bit more cartoony. And it's really down to a matter of preference which head you choose. But it's wonderful to be able to have these 3 different versions of the head to choose from. Now, overall, fantastic statue, I have to say. Like, generally speaking, I'm not too harsh on statues. You guys know that, right? Generally speaking, I don't nitpick on little things. They don't bug me. I don't want little things to bug me. I want to be able to just look at it in my collection and go, damn, that's a pretty sweet looking statue. Having said that, I've had a few issues which I think can be corrected. I've gone to the forums, and people don't seem to share all the issues that I have for this particular statue. Let's talk about the paint app. Paint app is beautiful. The veins have like blue painted on the veins very vaguely. You have a speckled effect on the arms, which is giving it this nice skin texture. The hair is awesome in all versions. The eyes are awesome. You know, just overall great paint app. You can see the glossiness on the toes. I just love it. So the other big part of this is the mixed media aspect. Oh, one thing about the paint app. Okay, so this head, this is really, I mean, it's kind of nitpicky. It really depends on your standards and what you care, you know, whether you think it's going to make a difference to you. And that's what it really boils down to. These statues, they take 1.5 to 2 years to produce. At the end of the day, you're going to receive something, and you got to decide for yourself if you're happy with it or if you're not, right? Some people have talked about, like, when you really look into the mouth, you can see, like, where the white, yellowy actually, because he's kind of a hobo and his teeth aren't that brilliant. They're not like glossy white, but you can kind of see where the white paint job bleeds onto the gums. Doesn't bother me at all. He has quite glossy lips, which is kind of interesting, and actually that portrait to me is the best portrait I actually have on this particular statue. The other two portraits I have a couple of issues with, which I'm working through with Pop Culture Shock Collectibles. This head here, I don't know if you can see it there, but this head here, basically the eyebrows are just slightly off. They're a bit wonky. And then this one here, actually there's a slight color issue with it. It's not as warm as this head here. It doesn't quite match the body. It's a little bit different. Again, I don't know if you can tell from that perspective. Color is difficult to see in pictures and unless you're looking at it in real life under natural light. Now let's talk about the mixed media aspect. So the mixed media aspect, of course, what I'm referring to is like this, you know, this gi, the top, the bottoms, the belt, the headband. I love the headband. I really do. It fits under the hair and just, you know, under the eyebrows, which is kind of weird, but that's basically how Ryu has always been portrayed, right? The headband itself here, you can see at the back, it just flows freely. And then you've got the gi, which is made out of very nice material. Better than Goken for sure. It's a lot thicker in terms of, it's like cottony. You can arrange this gi a little bit the way that you want it. It has like a wiring inside which allows you to pull it out a little bit more if that's what you want to do, or push it in more. Whatever the hell you want to do with it, you can do with it. And then it's similar sort of, well, this isn't wiring, but this belt has a certain meatiness to it. And then of course it has his kanji on the belt, same kanji on here. These are two different fonts, I guess, or styles. The only kind of issue right now that I have on my version is so what they did was, this is why I say it's more like a Street Fighter V Ryu, right? Is, you know, apart from the spikier hair and the beefier kind of shape to him, they did like a weathering effect on the gi, and I don't know if you can see it from there. I'll show you some pictures, but basically there's this yellowing effect. Now, everybody knows who's played Street Fighter V that yellowing effect is pretty awesome, actually. It's kind of this dirty gi, player one gi, and that's cool. For me, my version sadly has like very yellowy weathered trousers / pants, and then the top is very white, and I'm not sure about that. Like, I feel like the whole gi should be feeling a little bit more weathered. I'm fine with the weathered effect. Some people are kind of like seeing the weathered effect versus the prototype and saying, well, that's not what I signed up for. I'm fine with it because it's like, that's how Ryu should be. So I'm going to talk to Pop Culture Collectibles about some of those issues and see where I come out. Usually I come out in a good place because their customer service is pretty good, and they're very understanding, and they always want to deliver the best product. But overall, as a statue itself, I have to say I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with its scale. I'm really happy with its Sculpt paint app. And you know, if I can try and get some of these smaller issues resolved, I'll be really, really happy. Now I'm going to show you the battle damaged version, for which I have 0 complaints.